Greetings, loyal minions. Welcome back to the SciShow, the #1 ranked YouTube channel for people who enjoy the show Banana Man. That's right. If you're Eric or you're Banana Man, I appreciate you. We are here to review the new Beowulf heroes as a part of the challenge event we currently have going. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the odds because I don't generally do that. Legendary featured event hero 1%. Legendary event hero 0.3%. So very, very low odds. We have a few new heroes to look at here. You can see a nice big shiny sword. I love a man who flaunts his sword. So we'll start with Beowulf himself. I might have mentioned this once before, but I do like a couple of I'm sure there was a Christopher Lambert movie about Beowulf and one with Mark the Cascos, which I think was a French film, and it was quite bloody good. Anyway, I digress. Go check them out. Beowulf. Again, I like this artwork on the card. I wish they'd do that more often. I've seen it on a few of these event type cards, and I like it. It just gives it a different feel. Anyway, we have a fighter, which gives the revive, so a fantastic skill straight up. Very bad fingers. We'll throw on that max power preview so we can see the chance to revive, etc. there. This is all very standard. The 8th, the talent of attack up. Wow, my tongue's going crazy here at the moment. It's got a mind of all its own sometimes. Part of the Beowulf family. So for 1-2 heroes, we're getting a 75%, 100% chance to cleanse a random cleansable status ailment from all allies when this character receives damage from the enemy's special skill. Mouthful, just for a little family bonus. Quite a good bonus. Anything where you're cleansing is very good, and it's 75% chance with one, so you do need to take that special skill damage, but I do like the fact that it's cleansing it from all allies. And to be honest, I like the little family logo there. Got to give props where they're due. And he's looking quite burly. Yeah, I wouldn't take him on. If I was a big wolf, I'd be scared of him too. We've got some passives. Perfect accuracy. The character's special skill never misses its target. I will one day stop whinging about the fact that some heroes have it as a passive and some have it written as part of their special skill text. But that day's not today. So whinge, rant, FF. Yeah, I'm done. Have the resist mana reduction, always handy. Innate resistance against mana reduction, so it means he's never going to, have some mana reduced, and his special skill is safe to go off. So, also have the passive stacking attack on damage received. When this character receives damage from special skills, they gain 25% attack stack, maximum of 10. So that's quite impressive. You can generally take 2 to 3 special skills depending on who's hitting you. But yeah, you get a couple and you're straight up to 50% attack. So you get a heal. So getting up to 100%, that's quite a good passive skill there. It makes him extremely strong. And we need to keep that in mind when we look at his special skill. So pretty good stats. Maybe a touch low on the defense, just at first glance. But again, they're generally pretty balanced these days and nothing too crazy low. Yeah, a little low on that defense. So helps the fact he's a fighter, so he can revive. We'll jump into the special battle boast. Average speed, 615% damage to the target, so quite a big hit. Recovers 15% health for all allies. So this gives a little heal there as well. I like that. I'm liking it. Increases the mana of all allies by 10%. We all know I love a mana boost. So yes, that's very, very nice. At average speed, the mana boost, I mean, it's still great depending on how you're using the hero. If you have it as a 1, it's giving mana to everyone else in your team, helping them get charged. As part of a red stack, he's running at average speed, so if you've got other average or fast heroes, they're already going to have fired, so it's helping them get towards that next special. And obviously, if you have any slow heroes around, that's going to help as well. So this is where you can get really tricky and pair certain heroes. So you may pair, a bard that gives the family bonus of giving other heroes extra mana. You then shoot something like Beowulf off, and it just helps speed those slow heroes up. So different combinations. There's so many heroes and so many different passives with mana to sort of talk about that. So anyway, love it. Stack max, all allies get 25% attack. So that's also great that it stacks. I love those permanent increases. We know that the battles don't generally go a long, long time at the moment. So, you're generally not going to be getting more than 50% throughout a battle where it really matters. If you fight him off twice and you're up to 50%, there's a fair chance that you've already sort of won that battle. So that's nice. Also great in any sort of longer form type things. That's fantastic for Titans and any events if you're struggling in. So very solid hero. Snipers, it's not a huge snipe compared to some of the 800% ones like and Modthryth or whatever that purple moth's name is. But yeah, 6-15% is quite good. I do actually enjoy snipers more than I ever used to. I never really used snipers at all, but I feel with the extreme HP and the defense stats and all of those things that sometimes, you might hit with a 3 or 4 stack of reds, and if they're all hit alls or hit threes and the damage just isn't quite there, then a sniper to actually make sure you finish off one of the enemies can be quite useful, especially say in a 4 stack, just to make sure that, if enemies have got some minions up or some boosted health, that if your sort of 3 hits don't kill it, you've got a sniper to then, try and finish one off. So like that, throws a little bit of health on there. So it's, you can kind of class him as a support hero due to that. That's enough to get rid of some very small, actually there wouldn't be many fiends with less than that health. But anyway, keeps you alive long enough, keeps you banging, gives you attack boost. I'm just going to say 73 out of 81. I don't give rankings and stuff like that with heroes, but no, I think he's pretty strong. He's got a lot going on. And yeah, I wasn't thinking of making any pulls, but I don't mind that. So anyway, we will move on to the next one. Hopefully I didn't miss anything there. Empires and Pulses, they're just working me so hard. Like, whew, up till 2 a.m. doing soul exchange videos and sneaking off at work into dark, dingy corners of my office to sneak in war hits. All for you, all for the fans. No, none of you are fans. I'm just being an idiot. But no, all to try and get the information out. And now, as soon as I get home from work, all I want to do, actually, I do apologise if you can hear the rain. It's starting to storm a little bit, which is nice because it's been that freaking hot lately. Turn up to the office in boxer shorts. Most people aren't happy at that. So it's nice that we're getting a bit of cooler weather, and I am dribbling crap again. So let's move on. Our next hero is Grendel. Looking, wow. I'm thinking, someone give me a name here. I'm thinking of a Street Fighter 2 type character. Blanco? Something? Wow, that's really testing my memory. Anyway, someone will tell me if it looks like it or not. That's what I'm getting in my head when I first say it. We are a nature monk, which gives the talent of the withstand, so a chance to resist status ailment, which is quite good. And if you do, once it's maxed out, you're cleansing the newest status ailment from a character. So fantastic. Attack up, Aether talent. Same family bonus, so we won't go through that, but if you want to have a read and just rewind it to the last one. Same passive, perfect accuracy, definitely not going to whinge about that again. Resist mana reduction, so the same, and the same stacking attack on damage received. So nice and consistent, nice and easy. I like that. I like when family members all have the exact same passives, exact same. You just don't have to try and think of what they've got. So very good. Target, we're running at fast speed. Gruesome charge. The target and nearby enemies get minus 40% defense against nature for 3 turns. So fast. Elemental defense down. Nice that it hits first. Then we're dealing 320% damage to the target and nearby enemies. So look, by the time you're taking the minus 40 defense to start with, that damage is probably closer to maybe almost 400% really. Yeah, so nice little hit there for 3. The target and nearby enemies receive 591 bleed damage over 3 turns, and the caster regenerates 810 HP over 3 turns. Pretty simple hero. Pretty simple hero. I do like that. So yeah, obviously it's just going to be great as part of a green team. Again, elemental defense down can be used against Titans if you don't have that already. Great that it does it first, does the damage second, and then applies a little bit of bleed damage just in case it hasn't killed the target. So yeah, I like it. Very solid. Look, if this was an ice cream, it'd probably be a Maxibon. Pretty damn good. Nothing super special. But yeah, gets the job done, and they taste bloody brilliant. So if anyone doesn't know what a Maxibon is, that's all right. Just Google it. I like the caramel rough nut ones. I now want to go and get an ice cream. If only I had a butler or a hot French maid or something to, just look after my every women need. I don't overly care much for the caster regenerating a little bit of HP over turns. It's never really done much for me on attacking heroes just to regenerate for 1. I mean, it can be great. It's a small amount, 270 per turn. It barely covers a slash attack these days, but that's okay. I mean, it does give him a little bit of survivability. And yeah, I like it. You could, pair it up again, any sort of hit 3s. It's going to be a great part of a green team with 3 or 4, or if you roll mono, however you want to use it. But no, very, very useful. Good hero. Yeah, we'll go with the Maximon. Artwork's a little bit standard, but we'll move on from that. Who else have we got here? We have Modthryth. Looking very handy there. She really knows how to handle that sword. I'm not saying there's something with that stance that just doesn't look like a natural stance for actually swinging a sword or anything like that. So yeah, it might have been a work experience. Young male that's had a bit of fun with that artwork, I would say. We will jump in. Paladin class gives the extra defense. I will throw that up. You can have a look. I like to change it up. Damage reduction for the Aether talent. So as soon as I seen Paladin and damage reductions, I kind of think of tank. So it'll be interesting to see what we've got with this hero. And just as I was saying, I like having standard passives throughout families. We have a slightly different. The character gains 5% mana when they receive a buff or positive stack. Now, that will be good when paired with heroes of the same family, because the other ones are giving... pair it with anyone who gives buffs and you're just getting mana bonus there. So I don't know where my mind was going then. Character has innate resistance against mana reduction, so that's fantastic. And resist buff immunity. The character has innate resistance against status ailments that give immunity to new buffs. Yep, that's fine. It's all well and good. I don't like those long-winded explanations of very simple passives. That can come in very handy. So again, it just helps you going against certain heroes. Okay, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. I didn't mention Grendel's stats either. Very, very, very balanced on those ones. Very similar here with Modthryth. Special skill, chilling counterattack. Running at average speed, the caster and nearby allies counterattack with 130% of the damage received for 3 turns. The caster and nearby allies decrease minus 10% mana from the attacker on each counterattack for 3 turns. The effect gets diminished for consecutive activations during the same turn. All allies get plus 15% attack, maximum stack of 10, and we also have a status effect generator. At the start of the next 4 turns, this character gives a random ally an additional 100% special skill damage and plus 33% mana generation for 4 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. So for 4 turns, keep in mind it does take over that 4 turns to kick in fully, but gives a random ally additional 100% special skill damage and 33% mana generation for 4 turns. So that's nice. Again, that to me lends itself to not having it part of a blue stack. I think with the counter attack, you're having this as a support hero, not stacking it with blue. Obviously, if you're mono on that, it's great, but it's the same sort of thing because it's blue. If you've got other blue fast or average speed heroes, you fire them all off, then there's not really much point in getting that 100% special skill damage because if you've only just fired them all off, the chances of getting them all back up within 4 turns is quite low. But yeah, that's my take on that. Now, the way that's worded, it's a little more complex than that because it's doing it for 4 turns. So if on the 3rd turn, you then give this to a hero, it then still has 4 more turns after that. So yeah, that can push out to sort of 7 or 8 turns if you're following along with what I'm saying. The first hero that gets it only has it for 4 turns, and then the second one, it's sort of 5 turns after it's gone off, if that makes sense. I think it does. It's mathematical, but I may not have explained it the best. Anywho, yeah, I like it. Lovely as I think it's just going to be an absolute pain in the butt as a support hero. Tanking, obviously the counterattack can be dispelled. It's only that last status effect generator, by the look of it, that can't be dispelled. So yeah, you're throwing that up. If you can't get rid of it, any tile you're putting in there, any damage. I think, is it Ferrant, the red dude that did this? He used to be an absolute pain in the butt 4-star when he first came out. Yeah, just taking off that mana. I love it. Yeah, I'm tempted to have a pull for heroes, I mean. So, yeah, to see if I might be able to grab the way she's grabbing that sword. God, I'm terrible. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Please forgive me. I apologise to everyone out there. But yeah, look, you know, not quite a caramel koala, but she's a very tasty treat. Is my official ranking. The counterattack for only 3 turns is a little, I don't know, 3 turns is a touch low, but it will be extremely annoying. Yeah, you try and counter with a buff blocker. But I think that's going to be a very useful skill. Definitely when taking offense, as you can take it against teams that they can't dispel it. They're going to be hitting you, dropping their mana, getting damage back. So fantastic stuff. We do have a new 4-star and 3-star as well, I believe. I'm going to do a very, very quick look at those just to see what we have. I'm not going to go into the smaller details or the passives. We'll just look at the specials. Average, safely dispels 1 buff from all enemies. Okay. Status effect generator at the start of the next 4 turns. Character gives a random additional 25% mana generation and 60% increase for all healing received for 3 turns. The effect, all allies regenerate 480 over 4 turns. I don't like that at all. I mean, 4 stars and 3 stars, there's plenty of different heroes out there. There's generally nothing too special in those sort of areas. But safely dispels 1 buff from all enemies. That safe dispels okay, but there's not a lot of 4 stars that have things to dispel that activate, anything bad. So, and it's only dispelling one. At the start of the next 4 turns, this character gives a random ally additional 25% mana, 60% increase for all healing received. So it increases his own heal, but it's only slowly over time. And the 480 HP over 4, I think that's quite... I could be missing something on that hero, but it looks very, very average to me. And we have... I didn't even give you his name. That was pretty slack of me. A share, that's probably why I didn't say it. Modthryth, rogue, do like the rogue class. Very fast, it's nice. Don't see a lot of very fast 3 and 4 stars. We don't see a lot of 3 and 4 stars in general being released. So deals 250 damage to the target, deals 275 if the target has more than 70% health remaining. Sometimes I wish those percentage health things just gave you a figure so it's easy. I mean, it's almost impossible to look at a hero and see what percentage they've got without doing that maths. Anyway, we can play with a calculator. Abacus, whatever your heart desires, really. Anyway, status effect generator. At the start of the next 3 turns, the character gives a random enemy minus 50% defense against special skills for 3 turns. The effect cannot be dispelled. That's not too bad because he's running it very fast. You're doing that damage, bigger hit if they've got more health. It's not a huge hit, but then you're giving the enemy minus defense. So if you're running in a team of purples, your next purples are going to be charged as this guy's very fast, and then they've got minus 50 defense against those special skills, and he could also end up being charged again. So pretty decent 3-star there. I think he's going to be quite good to be using in tournaments and those sort of things. You know what? Let's do some pulls. I'm so just spontaneous. We'll flick on there. I had no intentions of doing pulls. But, I mean, Dawa, you can't... as soon as you get a Dawa, you just know that it's going to be a fantastic 10 pull. Haven't been doing a lot of pulls lately. Just a few random here and there. And you can see why. I will possibly go and cry myself to sleep now after indulging in some chocolate. That was one of the worst 10 pulls I've ever seen in my life. But that's how it is. If you are doing any pulls, I wish you far better luck than I just had. I wish you get the exact heroes you want. Oh, there's it. Yeah, you only have to do 5 pulls to get a chest. That's interesting. We'll just do 1 more for the chest. Definitely wasn't worth it. Don't be like Si. Don't be an idiot. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed those reviews. And if you do enjoy what I'm putting out and regularly watch, just consider. You don't have to do it. As long as you think about it, I'll be happy. So yeah, consider gently caressing the subscribe button. Definitely give your kitty a scritch for me. Don't just consider that. Kitties need love. And have a good one.